Whereas a love for God and a desire to help others is the motivation behind the men and women of the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army in Gadsden, Alabama provides emergency shelter for the homeless, nutritious meals for the hungry, social service assistance for the working poor, character building programs for at-risk youth, fellowship and support of the elderly, and much more on a daily basis. The Salvation Army serves as a symbol of compassion, but more so as an active participant in the provision of services to thousands of community members in need throughout Etowah County community during the past year. The Salvation Army of Gadsden also served over 13,800 meals to the hungry and assisted 984 men, 469 women, and 413 families with basic social service assistance, provided 4,714 nights of safe shelter for homeless men and women, and served a total of 3,275 men, women, children, and families throughout Etowah County. Whereas the Salvation Army has been working to relieve poverty and improve the lives of the individuals and the families living in Etowah County community since 1915. Whereas the Salvation Army provides services to people in need without discrimination. And whereas the Salvation Army is grateful to have Commissioner Willis Howell, Territorial Commander for the Salvation Army Southern Territory, as the guest speaker for the 2019 annual meeting of the Gadsden, Alabama Salvation Army. Commissioner Howell and his wife Barbara are passionate about the Salvation Army ministry and seeing people begin and deepen a relationship with Jesus. As Territorial Commander, Commissioner Howell is people begin and deepen a relationship with Jesus. As Territorial Commander, Commissioner Howell is the administrative and spiritual leader of the Southern Territory, which comprises 15 southern states and is divided into 9 divisions. The Howells have returned to the Southern Territory after serving since September 2014 as Chief Secretary and Territorial Women's Ministries Secretary in the New Zealand, Fiji, and Tonga Territory. Chief Secretary and their officer careers have included leadership of the Kentucky, Tennessee, and North and South Carolina divisions, and principal and assistant principals of the Evangeline Booth College. They also serve as corps officers in Atlanta, Augusta, and Savannah, all in Georgia, divisional youth secretaries in Florida, and general secretary and assistant divisional women's ministry secretary in Texas.
I promise I won't take up too much of your time. Mayor, City Council, guests, on behalf of the Salvation Army, I thank you for this honor today. Our desire to bring some sense of order to the chaotic lives of unfortunate and needy people of this community is not done for recognition or prestige. It is done out of an honest desire to show the love of God to those less fortunate than we are in practical ways that can improve the quality of their lives and in so doing improve our community. It is, however, nice to be appreciated and recognized for our efforts, and I thank you for that. This week we celebrate National Salvation Army Week, a week in which we pay tribute to all people who give of their time, talent, or money to help us in our mission of service to this community. Here in Gadsden, we have been serving in some capacity for over 104 years, and our mission has not changed. We're still here, doing what we can to help. This includes food, shelter, occasional utility assistance, clothing, youth character building programs, religious services, and as the need arises, disaster services with our disaster services canteen and national emergency network if the need ever becomes more than can be handled locally. It, of course, keeps us very busy. Tonight, we hold our advisory board annual meeting to recognize all those who help us in our mission this year. They do so much for us. It does not seem the small token that we can show them tonight is nearly enough, but it comes from the heart. Our special guests tonight are Territorial Commanders, Commissioner Barbara and Willis Howell, two people that love God and serve Him through the Salvation Army with all of their heart and soul. I am truly honored to serve with them and have them as our leaders. They are bright and shining examples of what practical Christian ministry should be. They're very busy people, and I was pleasantly surprised that they accepted our invitation. Although I might be a little bit biased, I believe it is due in part because of all of the times that I have sung the praises of this great community to all that will listen. For 5 years now, my wife and I have been privileged to serve here in Gadsden and Etowah County. I can honestly say that it has been a true honor. We absolutely love it here, and we look forward to our service for as long as the powers that be allow us to stay. And forever would be okay with me. That is not to say that it has always been easy. Financial shortfalls, increasing needs, along with difficulties in providing certain needs, but hard to find individual help like mental issues for our clients, make this job very challenging on a good day, but for the grace of God, almost impossible on a bad day. It is where the community support comes in. Please continue to support us any way you can. We cannot do this without you. This year alone, our donations were down almost 10%, but we served almost 30% more clients in our shelter. So we have increased need and decreased revenue. We have to date not had to turn down anyone with a need that we can truly help yet due to financial shortfall. And with your help, among other fine people and organizations, we can continue that trend. Thank you for your continued support, and with it, we will be able to continue our service to this fine community. Again, thank you